great party to recognize and immediately swear in Honorable Sunday Ude-Okoye as the National Secretary of the PDP in obedience to the judgment of the Court of Appeal. 6. The BoT urges all party organs, critical stakeholders, leaders and members across the country, as well as all democracy movement and development partners and institutions to be guided by the judgment of the Court of Appeal with regard to the position of the National Secretary of the People's Democratic Party.
It remains to be seen if the decision of the party's Board of Trustees will be binding on the National Working Committee. This decision is also in consonance with the verdict of the PDP Governors Forum, endorsing Sunday Ude-Okoye as the legally backed National Secretary of the party. But the embattled Samuel Anyanwu, who is also laying claim to the position of National Secretary, is not leaving without a fight. In a last-ditch move, he has obtained several court injunctions preventing his removal and even written to the Inspector General of Police, warning that any attempt to remove him from office will be an invitation to chaos. He insists an appeal has been filed in the Supreme Court against the quoted judgment affirming Ude-Okoye as the PDP National Secretary. For now, the matter has not been settled, and the National Working Committee is yet to confirm who indeed is its authentic National Secretary. The BoT is a high-level advisory body and unable to force its decision on the NWC. Its meeting will henceforth be held outside the party's secretariat. The Board of Trustees serve as an advisory organ of the party, but the major decision still lies with the National Working Committee. Habida Lawal, TVC News, Abuja.
Interesting developments with the PDP as it is, and some will say act what's in what is this now as we see events unfold with the party. It's unfortunate really that the House is divided against itself and obviously cannot stand. Now the BoT is supporting one person, another faction is supporting another person. So we have seen a myriad of court injunctions and all of it. And where is that headed, really? I think members of the party need to sit and have a rethink what really the party was set up for and how it is that they have gotten to this point to really address the issues that they are facing. A person saying, you cannot remove me, this and that. I mean, you did not fall down from heaven with that position. If your tenure is over, it is over. And how it is that the BoT cannot put its foot on the ground to determine certain things baffles me, really. That's right. So if you're talking about Ude-Okoye's, what's it called? Is getting into that position of the National Secretary, you know, actually follows Anyawu's decision to contest for what's the position now, Imo State governorship election. And then he said that yes, he's back to his position, and others are saying no, this position is not, just like you said, it didn't fall from heaven, and this is the one we will recognize as the national chairman. But just like you said, Act 1, maybe it's Act 1 not Scene 2. No, it has passed Act 1. There's been so many. Remember that there was an issue at the Secretariat some days ago. Was that last week? Yes. We reported that, where we saw some persons invade the whole space and all of that. So there's been so many acts. So the problem there for me now is that, you know, for our democracy to thrive, we need a viral opposition. And when we are having an opposition that is not posing itself as viable opposition, then where are we? Do we want to turn Nigeria into a one-party state? And then you still find some of those in the opposition saying that it is the handiwork of the incumbents that is ensuring that their party does not survive. That's the funniest thing I have heard in recent times with regarding parties and all of it. If you know there are moves, why not flush them out? But then, why are you agreeing to allowing them destabilize your party? Did you remember the era of the Alimodu Sheriff of this world? You know, all of the crises, you know, within the opposition and all of that. But looking at what Sam Anyanwu is saying, he's saying that, well, the BoT's position is advisory. What they've done is just piece of advice. They've offered it. But this matter is still in court. So it would amount to sub judice or contempt, you know. So in all of it, we just have to keep watching. But we pray that the opposition finds its footing. Labour Party is having crisis. PDP is in it. We are not even getting to know which opposition is having his own stand.
Ibrahim, we have several opposition parties. Where are they? Now, that's the issue for me. Where are you? Is it you have to wait till 2027 before you begin to spring up again and say that, okay, vote for me, this and that? Or you want to use that position to negotiate for something? You should be vibrant at this point.
And then we'll see that,
so we shouldn't blame people, or we shouldn't blame the party in power or anybody.
No, who makes the party? Is the people.
It's the people. So they should take responsibility instead of throwing the cat at the opposition, saying they are the ones responsible. That means that you don't want to take responsibility for your actions. Take responsibility and deal with it.
That's right.
I am also asking the question of where are the party stalwarts? Where are the leaders of this? Where are the elders of the party? What are you doing? Why are you seeing your house on fire?
They fold their arms and
you're
continue
just watching.
To watch things unfold.
It's unfortunate.
It's really sad. Yeah.
It's unfortunate. All right, we'll move on now and we'll bring you the news update. President Bola Tinubu has increased the proposed budget size for 2025 from 49.7 trillion naira that was presented to the joint session of the National Assembly in December 2024 to 54.2 trillion naira. President Tinubu communicated the proposed increase in the budget size through a letter sent to the Senate. National Assembly correspondent TVC News has details.
The President of the Senate opens letters from President Tinubu. One of the letters reveals a proposed allocation of additional revenue of 4.53 trillion naira to the 2025 appropriation bill.
Nigerian Customs Service, NCS.
The President in the letter says the increase was derived from an additional 1.4 trillion naira revenue made by the Federal Inland Revenue Service, 1.2 trillion naira made by the Nigerian Customs Service, and 1.8 trillion naira generated by some other government-owned agencies.
This investment will, 1, promote stability by addressing critical infrastructure deficits, especially in underserved regions, and strengthening national security.
The proposed funds will be allocated to transformative expenditure areas such as solid mineral sector, recapitalization of Bank of Agriculture, recapitalization of Bank of Industry, and critical infrastructure projects. In a separate interview, the Minister of Budget and Economic Planning also explains how these additional funds will be allocated.
We can generate more revenue by tasking all the institutions to do more. And the Federal Inland Revenue Service confirmed their ability to do more than what was submitted. Additional revenue amounting to over 4.5 trillion was established, and this was taken to His Excellency Mr. President.
Back in the National Assembly, Senator Godswill Akpabio commended President Tinubu for his efforts in updating the National Assembly of the new arrangement. The Senate believes the increased allocation is confirmation of the administration's dedication in fostering inclusive growth, addressing security challenges, and ensuring prosperity. TVC News, Abuja.
And more reactions are trailing the planned establishment of a Federal University of Environment and Technology in Ogoniland. The Rivers State House of Assembly has commended President Bola Tinubu for signing the bill into law. There is more in this report.
A lawmaker representing one of the Ogoni constituencies sponsored the motion for the House to appreciate the president. He noted how the university will help to bring closure for the Ogoni people in their quest for justice after decades of oil pollution and killing of the symbol of that struggle, Ken Saro-Wiwa. But that on a larger scale, the benefits of siting the university in Ogoni land cannot be quantified.
The establishment of a specialized university of this status in Ogoni land will positively impact on the educational fortune of Ogoni, Rivers people in particular, and Nigerians in general, and to further stir up the informal sector in the Ogoni locality and beyond.
Other lawmakers echo the position that the university will close the knowledge gap in environmental issues, boost the local economy, and provide employment.
In Rivers State, we have a lot of young men and women who have read environmental sciences up to the PhD level. This school, Mr. Speaker, I dare say, will take away a chunk from the jackpot percentage of our young people because a lot of young heads will be employed in this university.
The House voted in favor of extending the commendation to the National Assembly and the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, for the roles they played.
We will go ahead to communicate to Mr. President the commendation of this House, and of course, all those concerned, the FCT Minister, the Senator representing Rivers Southeast, and the National Assembly Caucus. And of course, we will make effort to contact in a persuasive manner the National Universities Commission and the Federal Ministry of Education, believing that all efforts, when jointly made, will ensure that the Federal University of Environment and Technology will immediately take off.
The Assembly also challenged all stakeholders in Rivers State to cooperate with the federal government to ensure that the university becomes a reality.